right, we're here fresh off the stage, World Famous WHISKY A-Go-Go, Hollywood, California. And we got Danny with Echo Black. What's happening?
So much. We played a sold-out show with the WHISKY A-Go-Go. It's fucking awesome. Unreal. What do I think? That's literally cross it right off. It's been, yeah, come across by the mask. The tour has been amazing. This has been a standout moment of this tour for sure. It's, I mean, to play at this venue at all is awesome. For it to be sold out is incredible. It's been an awesome night.
Did you hit the Wikipedia? You see everybody who's played here?
Yeah, I know everybody who's played here. It's super legendary. It's ingrained in my memory.
I mean, just Motley Crue alone with the stories of like.
That's it though, yeah, literally. And yeah, of course, yeah.
The final tour in Hollywood. So give us a little background. Tell us like what age you start getting into music.
Yeah.
Who were the artists that really did it for you?
Totally. So I've been a performer for a long time. I went to school for performing. When I was growing up, my dad took me to my first concert, and it was Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Foo Fighters, and I was 11. And then from there, we've been going to concerts since then. So I grew up with a lot of like Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Orgy, all this like shock rock, 90s shock rock into the early 2000s. And then I moved to New York right out of high school to start. I wanted to be an actor for a long time, musical theater actor. So I moved to New York, tried to make it happen. Eventually went to NYU, but when I got to New York, I got into this like the pop scene, top 40 pop scene, which has like been very influential in the music that I've started making. Halfway through NYU, I decided I didn't want to be an actor anymore. I wanted to be a musician, so I kind of shifted focus and started writing. And I didn't want to be told what to do anymore, so I started writing my own stuff. And it started to take off. And formed the band, made the band happen, and then just earlier this year we renamed the band, rebranded everything, and made it Echo Black, and it's taken off even faster, and we're on this tour, and it's been a wild ride from literally nothing, and to all this.
So from nothing to something, right?
Something. Yes, it's not it's not everything yet, but exactly right. I'm standing on Sunset Boulevard because I just played a show in fucking LA.
So, what was the concept? Obviously, you wanted to rock. You wanted to do it big.
Yeah.
You know, when you were handpicking the band members, what was the mandate?
I wanted people who live for performing. So I went to a high school friend of mine, Billy, is our drummer, and has been the drummer since the very beginning, because I know how passionate he was about the performing arts and about perfectionism and what he wanted to put on stage and to put out to the world. So he was first. Felix, the guitar player, I met in South Jersey a little while later, maybe 3 years ago or so. And from the moment I saw him, he was working at a clothing store at the time in the mall. I saw him, we got to talking. He came and auditioned for the band, and he was like the best guitar player I've ever heard live in a very, very long time. And he was like 18 or so at the time. He was like so young. And then Rob, our bass player, joined the band only a year. He's the latest member. He joined it only a year ago, but he has like that punk rock basement raw energy that I think we were missing. I think we were missing that like one element of chaos, maybe, and that's what he brought to the table. And I think that's why we're such a cool live show, is because we have 4 different kind of performers all wrapped up into one band.
Yeah, you need all the seasoning to get the flavor.
Exactly right.
No doubt. So, with Echo Black, tell us about the recording. Tell us what you got out there.
Sure, we have one single out right now. We have a bunch of shit that we're primed to release. We just don't know how to release it yet. So we may do a bunch of singles. We may form that into an album. We're just not sure, which is super exciting. We don't know who to release it with, or if we're gonna do it alone, if we're gonna do it solo. So we're gonna get off this tour.
The tour is helping you decide.
Exactly.
Pave the way.
Once we get home, we'll figure out what the next step is. And we're in the studio again in December to record some more stuff.
Okay. Now, obviously, you've been out. You've done about 14 dates so far.
We're about 10, 11 in, I think, 9 or 10.
And what are some of the cities and some of the feelings that you're getting out there in the various cities?
It's been awesome. We started in Baltimore. Baltimore had some kinks. It was the first show for everybody, so sound checks took forever, and our set was shorter. But we sold more merch at that show than we sold our entire last tour. All in one show. Yeah. Which was an eye-opener. And then we went to New York was the next show. It was a hometown show for us, which was absolutely incredible. We play a lot of the times in the basement of this venue, and we wound up playing like in the actual room of this venue because we're playing on this tour. So that was usually Webster Hall.
Okay, great web store.
And that was awesome. Packed show. And then we did another. Providence, Rhode Island. Was a great venue. FET, I think it's FET or Fetty Music Hall. I think it's FET. And then we hit out. We went to Cleveland, Ohio. We did Chicago at the Abbey. Very, very small venue. Awesome crowd. We did. Where else have we been? Milwaukee at Mill City Nights. That venue is like the most professional place I've ever seen. We actually wound up getting there a little late because of traffic, and the crew that exists there all the time literally like threw everything off our bus onto the stage, and we just sound checked immediately and like played the show. And then I think we were off the bus and then back on the bus within like an hour and a half, like having played the whole set and the concert going. It was awesome. The crowd was incredible, and then this has been the coolest thing ever, for sure, so far.
Absolutely, and I know the tour continues through Arizona, through Texas.
Exactly right, yeah. End up in Indianapolis. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, give us an idea of what's in store. I know you're trying to figure out how to release the music.
Right.
Any other kind of ideas on special things to do to keep in touch with the fans, or things you want to kind of expand into?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, we're super big on social media, so we're all over. Everything is at Echo Black Music, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you can follow our personal ones for the four of us on there as well. Our website, echoblackmusic.com, everything's at Echo Black Music. So we're filming a couple of videos coming up in the end of this year and the beginning of next year, so we'll release those along with the singles, depending on how we do them. And it's an exciting time for Echo Black, so stay tuned, and we'll see what happens.
It's a good time to be independent, even if you're lying yourself.
It is. It really is. Yeah. Super is. Yeah.
There's a lot of big bands out there that are doing it their way.
Yeah.
And these companies are more really relaxed in backing it up.
Yeah.
It's
true.
I mean,
it's true.
Back a couple decades ago, they told you what to do and how to do it and what's going on.
Well, yeah, a record label came in and just told you what to do.
Yeah. And now the tail's wagging the dog.
Exactly right.
Back in control.
Exactly right.
Indie tools.
You have to become someone they want to sign, as opposed to someone they are going to make into something they want.
Yeah. So much.
Which is cool. Yeah, I'm into that.
It's going to come down to your ideas and,
right.
and all that.
Right.
Now, all that you've seen so far in your career, what advice do you give to young, creative people coming up? Whether it be a singer, or a band, or maybe even a video maker. What are some of the things you instill in them to give them the confidence, but also let them know nothing great comes easy?
Yeah, exactly right. The advice I have is take any of a dog here. It's like, what's up? The advice I have is just to stay doing it. If it's something that you actually want to do, someone told me a long time ago that if you could picture yourself being happy doing something else, do it. Because this is the hardest, most difficult life you could choose, to be a performer, to be in the performing arts in general, because it's just hard to make it work, hard to make it happen, hard to earn a living, it's hard to be stable and have relationships, it's all these things. So a huge amount of sacrifice, and we all deal with that every day. We have jobs that we hate because it gives us the money to do what we want to do. And my advice is to, if it is what you want to do, if it's exactly the life that you want to lead, just to stay doing it. So whatever, I played a show a couple years back to literally my dad and the bartender. And it sucked. And I turned off my phone, my internet for like a couple of days, and was like, is this really what I want to do? Is this who I want to be? And decided that it was, and came back way full force, and then made all these different decisions and decided what the next steps are going to be. And that's I think a really pivotal moment of anybody's career is when they're deciding if it's a yes or if it's it's a do or die decision. So if that's the decision you're going to make, then if that's where you're going to go, that's where you're going to go.
Well, we're excited to chart your course with
Thanks.
News, echoblack.com.
That's right.
So much coming out. Thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be
Thank
a
you.
wonderful tour. Can't wait to see you come back.
We will. We'll be back.
Beautiful California.
That's right. Thank you.